How do you hold people accountable? Like, for example, mentorship or coaching, it really successful one anyway, the effective one, it really does requires an emotional connection. And sometimes, despite our best effort, people may, I mean, it's fine when people don't want to take like advice, but in the business where you are in, it's just not like, okay, well, I can mentor this person. And then in some cases, you may have very strong opinion because you know that certain, path would probably lead to not such a successful outcome. So how far do you push for people to think for themselves versus guide them?
That is a tough line to walk. The first step, I think, is getting people to even try thinking for themselves. It's surprising to me, and I'm sure I was like this too. So I don't mean this as a slight to anybody that I work with, but it's difficult to get people out of the realm of, especially as an attorney, it's not a methodical job. You're not on an assembly line putting the pieces together. You don't write briefs or come up with arguments or positions by doing the same thing day in and day out. You're really being paid to think. When you bill your time, it's the time that you're spending thinking about things. That's where your value is. So getting people to think for themselves is a big first step. And it's different with every person, but I try to go with the approach of give somebody the benefit of the doubt the first time. And benefit of the doubt's not really the right word, but give them the opportunity to try something themselves first. Arm them with a few tools, right? Send a sample, give a description, talk it through, let them try it from the beginning. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't come out well? Okay, now let's guide. But maybe they'll do a great job, or maybe they'll think of something that you didn't think of, right? And once you have that, a first written work product or first discussion of some ideas, now you can guide, right? You have something to work with, because if you're just guiding somebody in the abstract, it's not grounded. And so I usually give somebody an opportunity, send me your first draft. Then let's walk through it together and guide from there, because I can provide specific feedback. I can give examples from my own work. We can talk things through together, answer any questions at that point, because I think I got at this a little bit with my first answer, but it's really hard to know what you don't know. Yeah. And until you can email somebody all day long and say, call me with any questions. But if they've never tried to do something themselves, they don't even know what to ask. And sometimes I don't know what to ask. And I don't know what to tell them, because I don't know what they do or don't know. So having the groundwork of think for yourself, give it a go. And I think what's important is making sure that it's clear. If what you send me is terrible, if your ideas are bad, I assure you they are not. It's the first step in a process, and we're working together. And that goes back to confidence, right? You have to give somebody the kind of safety net of, you can try new things, be confident, send me your best shot. If it's not perfect, we'll work through it together,